Maybe I am wrong, but not all silence means peace. Some silences are born from calm acceptance, while others hide deep pain that words cannot express. Stoic philosophy helps us understand the difference. The Stoics, like Marcus, Aurelius and Seneca, believed that silence itself is not good or bad. Its meaning depends on the state of the mind behind it. When silence comes from strength, it is peace. When it comes from fear or suppression, it becomes suffering. True Stoic silence is not about escaping the world or avoiding conflict. It is about choosing when to speak and when to remain still, with purpose and reason. Many people stay silent, not because they are at peace, but because they feel unheard or broken. Their silence is a prison, not a sanctuary. The Stoics would remind us that this kind of silence must be understood, not ignored. Marcus Aurelius wrote that what disturbs us is not things themselves, but our judgments about them. When silence hides pain, it means the mind is still fighting within itself, unable to accept or understand what has happened. The Stoic path is not to run from this silence, but to face it with awareness and compassion. To ask yourself why you are silent and whether it comes from wisdom or fear. On the other hand, there is a silence that comes from mastery of the self. It is the silence of a person who has learned not to waste energy on meaningless arguments or emotional storms. This silence is full of strength because it is chosen, not forced. It is the silence of one who has understood that peace is not found in noise but in control of thought. The Stoics practiced this by reflecting daily, by watching their own minds, and by speaking only when their words could add value. Epictetus said, "Be silent for the most part," or "Speak only what is necessary." This kind of silence is not empty. It is powerful because it is grounded in awareness. So yes, not all silence means peace. Some people are quiet because their hearts are heavy, others because their minds are strong. Stoic wisdom teaches us to listen beyond words, to see the difference between silence that heals and silence that hurts. If your silence comes from pain, do not fear it. Face it with honesty and let it teach you what needs to be healed. If your silence comes from peace, protect it and let it strengthen your wisdom. The goal of Stoicism is not to silence emotions, but to understand them, to rule them, not to be ruled by them. Real peace is not the absence of sound, but the presence of understanding.